Hello to amazing people, and welcome to another episode of Genome Guardian, to a really fun combo-tastic shoot 'em up where, well, possibilities are so many. You can find the full playlist in the pinned comment below the video and in the video description. Last time, well, spoilers incoming, 3, 2, 1, I had an insanely good run. You should check out the previous run. If you're gonna watch me one episode of playing Genome Guardian 2, you should watch the previous episode. As for this one, I don't know yet. Well, you can stick around and find out. So I'm gonna be playing the satellite. That's from above. Eliminate a random microbe every 3 seconds. Rate increases to 1.5 seconds by wave 30. So basically, we don't do damage, but instead we eliminate microbes every 3 seconds. Okay. Parts. Parts. Well, more importantly, like modes, right? We're gonna grab the taser. Okay, sensor. While not fully charged, build 5% charge to remove an offspring within 30% range. Okay. I don't understand why sensor fires off my weapons. Like, developer contacted me and they said, let me just see real fast. You'd think the sensor mod would be helpful, but it can end up causing you to fire unexpectedly. If you have charge and you're not holding left mouse button, it will fire it off. Yeah, I don't understand. Nowhere in the description it says that this shoots your weapon. It says it removes an offspring, so I guess it shoots your weapon. I mean, alright, now we know. Mystery solved. Mandible, eat offspring to heal 1. Okay. So what are we gonna use? We can use fuse, eliminate all microbes and offspring wounds per wave upon fully charging. Okay, let's take these off. Okay. So we will not have a good way to kill enemies. So we're gonna tase them. Zap. Zap stuns microbes for 0.5 seconds instead of dealing damage. There. And then like something to make us survive. Now, I would like to use a different thing here. I don't want to use the same 2 every time. Maybe we can go brace. Microbe collisions grant 1 armor instead of harming you for 2 seconds. I mean, that's a bit weak, but maybe we can use stomp. Warp to a crosshair and crush everything there. Cold snap, fully freeze all microbes and offspring within 50% range. Teleport all active microbes and offspring to your crosshair. I mean, that would be really nice together with this, but you can only take 1. But that's useful, no? When the things get stuff, you can just use this. Okay. For weapon, something with high range. Maybe we can go something. I would like high range. Orbit might be nice, but we already did it with that. Okay, let's see if we can buy something. Mode, quasar. Very high accuracy, reduced rate of fire. Can't move diagonally. Okay, let's just unlock these. There we go. Unlock 6 out of 12. Okay, did we Oh, we got the metronome. Unlock 6 motherboards. Okay. So what is a metronome? Is it a new guardian? No. Is it a new part? Fire rate locked to 1 per second. Interesting. So now my fire rate reduced by 75%. So we can lock my fire rate at 1, which is probably higher than what I would have. Feels pretty good. We can grab double, we can grab triple. Oh, reduce damage and size, okay. Quasar, accuracy increased, fire rate reduced. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I had broadside, that was reducing my fire rate even more. Yeah, maybe we do broadside again, to be honest. Homing zaps. That sounds pretty good to me. Eruptor, flak split, fire rate reduced, accuracy reduced. Okay. Flak split. So we have split, flak, zap, and homing. Oh, the builds we do in this game. As for the platform, slidey omnidirectional movement. Monster, health max. I mean, health max might be good actually. Centurion, lower speed, Bastille. Oh my gosh. 8 shields, 40 health. Okay. Not sure about this, to be honest, but I feel like you're a little bit too big with that. Interesting though. Very interesting. We are super slow moving. Yeah, I'm not sure how good that is, but okay. Another mod. What can we take? Something that reduces fire rate. Something we didn't win with yet. Yeah, let's increase our scale even more. Because that's a really good idea. I mean, we could go lever. I already won with lever. What didn't we win with yet on max? Yeah, we won with both fuse and taser. It is two of my favorite things. We could grab the Ankh. After taking at least 8 damage this wave, awaken the Ancient One. Let's see what the Ancient One is. I need to find out. I'm gonna go with a submachine gun. Actually, the fire rate is locked. So we go bomb, I guess. It doesn't really matter, we don't do damage. So something that like has the highest range. Snipers. Ooh. Okay. I think so, right? Alright. Let's try it. What do we want to do though? Oh, we could do like... What if we try shoot them up? It seems a little bit dangerous. I didn't play it in a while, so let's try it. Satellite. Former purpose. Track microbial growth and outbreaks. Installed in environmental monitoring satellite. You could spot outbreaks from orbit. You could spot spread before the ground could. Okay. You watched me take hold and you let them know, but the ground had nowhere left to flee. Alright. Oh, we have very short range apparently. Like zap 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 zap. There we go. So range 88%. Yeah, we need to increase the range. Oh, freeze. Oh, that's interesting, actually. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if satellite's good enough. We'll see. But now you have high range. There's some problems with this. Oh no, we already... Okay. Humans never know when they've lost. You're just like them. Okay, we'll see, we'll see. Oh, evasion might be good. We might need that. Freeze. I don't know. Freeze doesn't really do anything, does it? Range increased on bounce weapons, right? What is a CCC? A laser. Hit scan, 150 range, okay. Okay, that's so bad actually. That doesn't work at all. I need to change it to something else. Oh, but I have the wrong thing. I can only evolve 3 times. Okay, no, we need to change. Yeah, sorry, not good. I forgot to change the thing. So we're not gonna use this. What is this? Overlord. DNA and gene slots come pre-open. Charge max, reduce charge rate. Okay, I mean, that's fine, I guess. Oh, cheap slots +1. Do we go for cheap slots? Like, problem is, like, I need to increase my range. Like, this split and flag thing is, like, messing with my range. So I need, like, a high range weapon, which doesn't have hit scan. That was so bad. Okay. Let's see. What if I go CT? 88% explosive. Maybe Zap is not as good as I thought it's gonna be. I need some kind of like weapon that's gonna push enemies back also. Yeah, that's what we need. Like a pushback weapon. Feral storm of sparks that zap enemies. Each of the... well, we already zap. Okay, there we go. So we need a weapon which has a lot of pushback. This one has 29. This thing has 116. This seems good. Not super high range though. 76. So go for this one. CTTT, okay. not sure about my things. I'm not sure. Okay, orbital strike definitely helps. But what is with the Ankh thing? Oh, I forgot to. Fire rate increase, knockback, no. Torpedo. Okay. Increase projectiles, but yeah, we need to range. That's not gonna happen. Yeah, I'm not sure about this build. We'll see. Oh wait, we get range if we charge, but like I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I remember it now. Oh, collect 4 shop purchases in 6 waves. I mean, that should be doable. Avoid fully charging 3 times. No. Okay, let's go with that. Collect. Okay. So actually, this is a problem. Like this extra chip, because it's so easy to overcharge and lose my fuse, which is super bad. Like my fuse is basically the only reliable way to kill enemies. Jumbo torpedo. Okay, we need to increase range. Basically, I think. Okay. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to do 4 shop purchases, especially if we need to heal. Humans never learn, they just survive long enough to repeat themselves. Okay. Accuracy, no. Bouncy house, okay. We got some lifesteal, that was pretty nice. More projectiles, less accuracy, okay. Oh, range. I mean, that's good. That definitely helps. Deposit chance plus 500%. Let's grab that. And like that, we completed the thing. That's pretty nice. Yeah, this build's weird though. We paid a lot of... Yeah, like this extra chip slot. Not worth it, I think, but okay. More projectiles, less accuracy. Okay. Crit chance increased. I mean, that doesn't do anything. What am I doing? TT 87. Okay, another T then. Okay. Yeah, some weapons reach quite far, so that's pretty good. Boulder. Offspring health plus 300% if they have any. Offspring size, like that. Microbes charge straight at you. Mirage. Microbes are invisible beyond 75% range until hit. Let's grab charge. Let's grab something new. Wave time minus 5 seconds. Okay, that's pretty nice, I think. Okay. Damage increased, range increase. Can't deal damage. Wait, but machine gun can? No. Homing velocity. There is no fixing this, primates. Can be fixed, can't be forgiven. Okay, guys. Okay. Oh, knockback increased. I mean, that's good, no? I think so. Range plus 30%. That's not high enough range, but okay, whatever. Oh, we can go a little bit up. Actually, I'm stupid. Oh no, yeah, we can go up. I should not be afraid of going up. Range. Oh, that's the one we already have. Okay. Freeze. But doesn't freeze like do freeze depending on like... What's a TTG area? Let's try that. Acid lower is pretty good, no? Zap chain distance. Ooh, I want that. You shall not pass. Okay, biomass plus 5 from exalted and enriched microbes. I mean, it might be good. What are things dying from, I wonder? Are they getting pushed off the screen? Bioelectrical interference had reset your internal priority register. You can't recall which was more important. Surviving this dive. Double current biomass. No longer gain research during this dive. Research upgrades for future dives. Lose current biomass. Research gain plus 100%. And neither is important. Like, you have so much research already, but like... Sure, let's go with that. That cursed scientist, he was no better. He thought those apes were worth saving. Apes, like humans? Okay. Alright, ooh, range plus 400%. But do we care about range now that we remember that we can go forward? Oh, what a glorified finding, isn't it? What's up with the Ankh, though? I still don't know, actually. Ooh, max shield plus 4. I mean, that's tempting, but is it really any good? No, I don't know. Also, why is my biomass so low? Well, let's grab that. Oh, it's slow because my waves are shorter. Okay. You think they deserve your help? Your little cure? I'm what they deserve. Alright, if you say so. Wait, we have all the weapons maxed out, so we can start removing that. Heal a bit. Projectiles plus 200%. Okay. We don't need homing. Gadget charges plus 1. I mean, my gadget's not really that good. It's so clunky to use, actually. Oh, we have an extra life. That's nice. Sticky. I mean... Oh, I forgot to charge up. Offspring speed minus 50%, offspring damage plus 3. That's scary. Okay, let's grab that. Explosion duration increased. I'm not sure, but... Knockback increased. Shield max plus 4. Maybe we don't need zap chain distance. Not sure about that. We can grab another thing. Let's see how well that works. I mean, things do die. Okay. We already have one of those. Sticky. Sure, let's grab the sticky. There. Banish that, banish that, banish that. Increase range, increase velocity. Area duration plus 400%. Now that's interesting. So these little blue things, those are my, like, pistol thingies, right? Okay. They mistake appetite for virtue, cruelty for justice. They try to build selective death in the name of defense. Okay. Got more health. Size increased, range reduced. Acid lobber maybe would be nice with that. I don't know. I can try it out. Okay, heal. Bounce, range plus 50%. Oh, we could already place it there. Never mind, never mind. Charge rate increased, I don't know. Sounds dangerous to me. I want to find healing. I want healing game. There we go. Okay, now we're fine. Now we don't have to worry. We banished everything else, now we can heal on demand. So you have to be careful. Calibrate, fire rate, oof. Hysteria, microbes are completely insane. Sure, let's see what that entails. Health max plus 50% based on initial health. Fully heal when purchased. Okay. Range plus 100%. I think we have enough of that, yeah. 10% chance to heal 1 on elimination. I don't know much about that. Power polyp chance, ooh, I like that. Ooh, this is nasty. What are these guys? Humans don't need redemption, they need an ending. They are incapable of peace, only foolish and arrogance. This dude really doesn't like humans, gonna tell you that much. Power polyps are really good if you can trigger them. Okay, survive 1000 waves. Nice. Look at that, knockback plus 100%. Let's try that. What's that on top? Is that the result of hysteria? Oh my god, okay. You're trying to cure the wrong disease! Okay. Okay, dude. If you say so. Where's my healing? There we go. Stasis field. You shall not pass. Okay, so we're again. Life, only used if equipped. I mean, that's nice. So yeah, nice satellite run. I'm not gonna go further. So basically just like a whole bunch of like crowd control weapons, zaps, knockbacks, pretty easy. Oh, what's that? He's speechless. Achieve victory, adapt 3 or deeper with a hysteria mutation. Eyes, okay. Alright, back to setup, and we have time to read a little bit of the story, so we'll be doing that. But I'll check first what the eyes are. Where are the eyes? There. Projectiles are silly. Fire rate plus 30%. Okay. What does that mean? That my projectiles are silly? Oh, we're gonna find out next time, I think. So we won on 5 with the satellite. I really like the superstar. Maybe we'll play that next. So yeah, we won with everything, but not with everything on depth 5, so... Okay. Oh, we have all the thingies here. Shrike, Crossbow, Oracle, Baphomet, Apollo, Bullshark, Scion, Crushable. Oh yeah, we unlocked it with the monies, We are missing one platform. Actually, let me see something. Database, no. Checklist. Unlocks, snare. Eliminate 3000 micros with sticky or proximity weapons. Okay. I mean, we're halfway there. Aperture. Eliminate any 1 micro species, so we just need to play to get that. Whole bunch of things which are not released yet. Well, I guess Jester was more important. I mean, it is a crazy mode. I don't blame the developer for going for Jester. Achieve victory at depth 5 with at least 1 armor but 0 health. Cage. Achieve victory at depth 5 with at least 1 armor but 0 health. Onion. Half size 1000 or larger weapon during a dive. Size 1000 or larger weapon. Okay. Research. Oh. What? Oh, right. Shield max plus 4. Nanobots cat plus 50%. We can be super big. Heal 1 per second while fully charged. Take time to damage when hit while fully charged. That seems pretty good. Oh my god. Back in the day I thought this was really bad, but now that I know what kind of possibilities you have in this game, you can really abuse some. Oh, oops. Damage plus 75% to micros within 30% range. Damage minus 75% otherwise. Crit chance plus 1% per missing health. Okay. Gloves. Oh, micros within 25% range receive plus 300% knockback. That would be good for my run I just did. Charge max, charge rate reduced. Okay. Charge rate increase, charge delay. Muffler. Okay. Charge rate increase and charge delay decrease based on how fast you're moving. Okay. I mean, that's fun. Accuracy increases from 80% to plus 80% over 2 seconds of sustained fire. That won't work so well in Fusion though, right? Aim movement locked. And range plus 60% and accuracy 60% while firing. That might be good also. Shots don't build charge is really bad for Fusion. Downloadable scale minus 60%. That might be good sometimes. Microbes fully freeze if they drop below 30% health. Interesting. Velocity. I mean, this is good on like some weapons. Oops. Accidentally unlocked something. Fire rate plus 35%, charge max. I see. I mean, pump. Size scales with charge from minus 50% charge size to 100% size. Okay. Patterns. Camo. Well, these are just like money things, no? Extras. Reveal secret unlocks. Released content in checklist with hidden unlock conditions are revealed. Warning. Some have story spoilers and you will unlock them if you just keep playing. Okay, let's not do that. Okay, let's go read some story. Files. Oh, we still didn't find the G1. Oh, that's so sad. But let's read some A's, yeah? Article 1. The four world superpowers, Ashen Armada, burned bright as one. Forged from the collapse of multiple eastern provinces, the Armada rose as a pan-Eurasian union devoted to collectivism, sacrifice, and ceaseless acceleration. Their doctrine is a volatile mix of Soviet-era command structure and modern insurrectionist fervor. Bureaucracy is minimal, hierarchy enforced through necessity, and loyalty demanded at gunpoint or fireline. Their flags burn crimson, their slogans are shouted, and their progress is measured in kilometers gained. The people live in a concrete megastacks and repurposed military zones, where every citizen is both laborer and soldier. Propaganda glorifies speed and unity. Heat trains run hot, factories run hotter. There is no room for delay. Innovation is copied, adapted, and weaponized without hesitation. Control comes from not stability but from momentum. The Armada survives by staying in motion, igniting all in the wake. So this is one of the countries, like one of the four big nations, right? Then we go to the second one. Yeah, one of the four world superpowers. Cobalt Consortium, optimized, synergized, synchronized. Surrounded by mirrored glass and machine logic, the consortium runs on precision and predictive control. It is a web of megacities, corporations, and algorithmic governance, where nothing is left to chance. Citizens are guided and shaped into optimal versions of themselves, mistakes are preempted, and emotions are considered inefficiency. No emotions, oh my gosh, so these are robots. To the consortium, order is not just ideal, it's destiny. Their power lies not in volume but in calibration. Every response measured, every outcome forecast. Society is seamless and synthetic. Bodies are modified at birth, language streamed for clarity, and daily life hums with artificial ease. Cultural identity is obsolete. All that matters is refinement. It is a culture of sterilized ambition, polished surfaces, and data-wrapped minds. Beneath it, however, a quiet fear of entropy, a fear of losing control to the chaos beyond its walls of cyan light. Yeah, I would also be, like, afraid of entropy. Like, entropy is like the ultimate reason why immortality is not possible. Like, eventually, like, you can't avoid the... whatever happens to the universe once the entropy, like, runs its course. Unavoidable. So from these two, where would be worse to leave? Like, burn bright as one. At least here you feel like you're a human, here you're just a robot, no? Gaia Guild, that sounds pretty good to me. The Earth remembers. Shrouded in overgrowth and myths, the guild appears primitive to outsiders, but they view their rejection of modernity as deliberate, not regressive. Their cities are hidden sanctuaries of fruit and bone, governed by tribal councils, war priests, and matriarchal lineage. Industry is forbidden, machines are dismantled and offered back to the soil. Gaia does not forgive, and neither do her children. Well, from these three, I would choose to live in Gaia, even though, like, my life is so much revolved around technology and stuff. Like, the older I am, the less I like it, especially AI. So, I don't know. Gaia sounds pretty good to me, although it would be a sacrifice, but these two are so much way worse. Their culture is bound by ritual and enforced by brutal ecology. Life within guild is communal, spiritual, and often harsh. People are raised to worship cycles, birth, death, decay, and renewal. Every tree felled is repaid in blood of labor. Music is made from bread and bone, not wire. They believe the earth is not just alive, but enraged. Okay, there is some fanaticism here, but still. Their principle is balance, and balance demands retribution against those who desecrate it. To the other three world superpowers, the guild is an unreadable fate made weaponized. Fear not what it builds, but for what it is willing to unmake. I mean, it's pretty bad as well, but these two are worse, I would say. Team Triumph, Peace Through Payload. Louder than their rivals and twice as armed, this Western superpower is a coalition of corporate states, defense megafirms, and propaganda-fueled governance. Their culture is built on firepower, bravado, and victory at any cost patriotism. Liberty is loud, privatized, and televised. Bureaucracy takes a backseat to brute force. Citizens are raised on slogans, spectacle, and supremacy. The line between civilian and soldier is blurred to the point of non-existence. Schools double as recruitment hubs, and advertisements run alongside military contracts. It's a society obsessed with strength, addicted to action, and allergic to subtlety. Subtlety. To live in triumph territory is to live under noise in motion, and with a target painted on someone else. If diplomacy fails, they drop something on it. If it doesn't fail, they drop it anyway to be sure. The world doesn't negotiate with them so much as it calculates the blast radius. Yeah, this is because the T is like nuclear weapons in the game, right? So, funnily enough, the G weapons are probably my least favorite and used, like... Article 5, from student project to indie success. A university class project has turned into a genuine indie success story. In the student's final semester, a game design course required everyone to build a functional prototype before forming groups of 4 and choosing one idea to expand. His team chose his concept called the CMY Killer, and the project quickly grew beyond a normal assignment. It was his first time using Unity and his first real attempt at game programming, but he took it to it fast. Seeing a possible path into independent development, he proposed handling the entire build himself, while the rest of the group focused on feedback and playtesting. The project later became Gnome Garden, and the version handed in was also the game's 1.00 retail release 2 weeks later. That gamble worked. The group received a perfect mark. Gnome Garden did well enough to turn indie development into his career, and he now stands fully committed to making more games in the same universe, including a sequel. Is this about the developer? Does that game exist, the Gnome Garden? Well, there's Gnome's Garden. But I'm not sure if this is the same developer. I don't think it is. Okay, looks like a Flash game. So I'm looking at some random game just because it's called very similar to this one, but it has an extra S, so that's not it. Alright. The world is healing post-pandemic. After years of mass closures, daily... Okay, this one we already read, but we'll do it again. After years of mass closures, daily case charts, and the low-grade dread that settled over ordinary life, much of the world is now saying the same thing. It finally feels normal again. Confirmed COVID, cases have become rare enough in most regions that emergency tracking programs are being wound down. Offices and schools have long since reopened, and the routines once described as a return are starting to feel like life itself again. Public health officials credit that shift largely to the wide rollout of gaseous mRNA vaccines, which reach dense urban area centers and remote populations alike. Okay, some weird music's playing. That's from Steam. Okay, you don't hear it, but I do. That was so. Public health officials credit that shift largely. Okay, alike without depending entirely on traditional injection campaigns. The result has not produced perfect agreement, of course. Some workers resent being pulled back to the office, while others are simply reluctant to give up the habits, rhythms, and small comforts that pandemic life forced them to build. Still, the larger picture is difficult to miss. Travel has rebounded, consumer confidence is up, and markets have ridden the recovery into one of the sharpest surges in years. The world did not emerge unchanged, but it did emerge, and for the first time in a long time, the pandemic no longer feels like the story of the present so much as something people are finally ready to leave behind. Right. Article 7. Abyss Labs established on Sovereign Sol. So this is where it all began. Abyss Labs has officially opened on Sovereign Sol outside the legal jurisdiction of the world's 4 superpowers, and its founders are already describing it as the most advanced research facility ever conceived. Built around an unprecedented fusion of biochemistry, molecular engineering, and high-end simulation, the complex promises a scale and speed of research that many experts would have called impossible a few years ago. That independence is a major part of the facility's appeal. By existing beyond the direct authority of one superpower, Abyss claims it can pursue long-term scientific work without being dragged, of course, by political deadlock, territorial rivalry, or shifting national agendas. Early previews of its clean rooms, automation systems, and computational infrastructure suggest the lab may actually have the tools to justify the hype. For now, the public mood is overwhelmingly hopeful. In a world still trying to recover its footing, many see Abyss as a sign that humanity is still capable of building towards something bigger than fear, scarcity, and conflict. Whether it can live up to those expectations remains to be seen, but the optimism around the lab is already difficult to miss. Global tensions rise. Diplomatic strain is deepening among the four superpowers as trade, transit, and security disputes continue to stack on top of old ideological grudges. What once looked like the usual background level of international hostility is now starting to resemble something more serious, with each country accusing the others of acting in bad faith while quietly preparing for worse. The Ashen Armada has pushed for faster cross-border industrial access and announced foreign restrictions as deliberate obstruction, while the Cobalt Consortium has responded with tighter inspection standards, harsher data controls, and the usual Polish language about stability. I wonder what the G's guys did. The Gaia Guild, meanwhile, has condemned expanding extraction and mechanized development across multiple regions, framing both as ecological aggression rather than economics. That leaves Team Triumph doing what it does best, answering tension with spectacle, military posturing, and promises that nobody will ever push it around. None of this means open conflict is inevitable, but the mood is changing. The rhetoric is louder, the patience is thinner, and the distance between rivalry and crisis feels like it's shrinking. I mean, these four superpowers are so different. I'm surprised they could ever live in peace, to be honest. Oh, but this was not released yet. It's an X. So we will never find the G1. That's weird. Abyss Labs, biotech breakthroughs. Abyss Labs is beginning to justify the enormous expectations that followed its opening. In just a short time, the facility has earned attention for a string of biotech breakthroughs, including a self-adjusting antiviral scaffolding for fast-mutating pathogens, a synthetic tissue repair gel that dramatically improves recovery from severe burns, and a new class of precision targeted immunotherapy that early reports are already calling one of the most promising cancer treatments in years. Researchers have also pointed to Abyss' unusual fast simulation and testing pipeline, which has allowed the lab to move molecular modeling to viable prototypes at a pace most institutions still can't match. That speed, paired with the facility's financial independence, has helped build a sense that Abyss may become more than just an elite research hub. At a time when geopolitical tensions continue to climb, many are now looking at the lab not only as a symbol of scientific ambition, but as a proof that progress is still possible. If Abyss can keep delivering breakthroughs like these, it may help pull the world towards something better. Or maybe create a dangerous mutagen that will destroy humanity. One thing or the other. One thing or the other. So many things left to unlock here. So many things left to unlock here. Like, how do we discover this? Just by, like, randomness? Maybe. Maybe. But I wouldn't say so. Genes. Microbes. At some point we need to read through these as well. I click them through just to unlock them all, though. Arsenal. Well, this was one of my goals. 69 out of 69. Nice. That's not... Wait. That's crazy. This is by design. This is not even intentional. This is just a crazy accident. So, if you take 4 genomes, or well, 5, really. So you have 5 genomes. You have A, C, G, T, and nothing. So A is basically A, nothing. CT is CT, nothing. So if you take 5 different genomes and do all the permutations without repeating, barring the order doesn't matter, the number of combinations is 69. That is such a crazy thing to know. I need to calculate this. Like, I need to make a formula and actually prove it. Although, like, you can easily go through here and see that all the combinations are there, right? So first you have A, C, G, T, then you have A, A, C, A, G, A, T, then all without A, right? C, 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 G, C, T, then all without A and C, G, 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 T, and T, T. And then you just keep repeating it for 3 and 4 and... yeah. It's not a simple formula, though. It's like a inclusivity-exclusivity function or something. Like, it's hard to calculate number of combinations when all the where order doesn't matter and then also repeating doesn't matter. For example, like here, this one, AAAG, you know? You know how many combinations of AAAG there is without order? Like, there's 6. Like, each one of these A's can be on the first place, second place. So like, in how many different ways can you assort 3 A's? In 6 ways. But all of these 6 ways are the same. So basically, like, all the permutations of AAAG, like, you can count 6 of them, but only one of them is like unique. And for something like AAT, there's only 2. So these 2 A's can switch spots, and that's it. And then also you have a T, which can also, yeah. So basically, like, making a formula to calculate how many permutations without order mattering with 5 different building blocks there is, which would be a pretty crazy formula. And the answer is 69. That's so nice, actually. If you can find me a combination that's missing here, I would be very happy to know, but I think they're all here. I don't think developer was sneaky to exclude something just to get the 69, right? Maybe, who knows? I don't think. I think all the combinations are here. That's weird. That's weird. Okay, gonna make a cut here. Next time we're gonna try to read some more text if you have time. I'm gonna try to keep the video under 1 hour again. So I would like to purple star something else. So basically you purple star things when you finish a depth 5 run with it. There's a lot of stuff. So we did play with all the guardians, but we did not defeat depth 5 with all of them. So that would be the next thing, right? Try to defeat the wave, the depth 5 with those, which we didn't do it yet. And then, yeah, also do that with parts. Funny how fusion became basically my favorite core. I didn't think that's gonna happen, but one of the main reasons why I like it that much is because fire rate is ignored. So you can really, like, ignore fire rate. Oh, I just realized something. Well, that was very useful, no? That was useless. I'm so silly. Oh my gosh, metronome was useless because fire rate was locked at one and at fusion thing anyway. Oh boy, so we played with only 3 mods. That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. I thought that was so smart. Minus 90% fire rate, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. I could have grabbed something better. Like mirror, on extra armor. That would be useful. Or like, I don't know. Maybe I'll make an armored run. Like, I think there is a part which has a lot of armor, no? Yeah, the crossbow. What's the downside of this thing? There's no downside. Yeah, this is just so much stronger than the Baphomet. And like, there is something we can unlock. This one, yeah. Achieve victory at depth 5 with at least 1 armor but 0 health. So basically we can... You can go crossbow. Maybe we can even find some way to increase the shield. I will be... But you can get hit 5 times. Yeah, okay, let's do crossbow next time. I think that's cool. We can even increase armor max by 1. 6. Fully regenerate armor to the armor max at the wave end if no armor was lost last wave. Oof, that's dangerous. Well, at exactly 1 armor fire rate, every 1 armor lost heals 2. Well, that doesn't work. Brace might be good. Micro collisions grant 1 armor instead of harming you for 2 seconds. So this would be a nice way to recover armor, and then... I still think cloak is better, but it is what it is. Alright, anyhow. We're gonna finish the build next time. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the episode. Look, we almost found the cure. Almost. Unlock parts and recover journal files to progress the cure. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Do some nice things. Be kind to each other. And let's make the world a better place together. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you next episode of Genome Guardian 2. Where we're gonna help Guardian the Genome some more. Defeat the Abyss. All that good stuff. This game's so good for an early access 071 game. Yeah, you only remember it's not complete when you see stuff that's not added yet, but yeah. It's fun. If you like this kind of games, definitely try it out. If you don't like this kind of games, try it out anyway. I don't. I like tactical strategy, turn-based games, and I enjoy this one, so there's something good about it. Anyhow, see you next one. You're signing out. Bye bye.